and I am back with some more mommy tips and some more mommy talk. Today, we are going to be talking to the divorced moms. And when I say divorce, meaning you're maybe going through a divorce, or you're thinking about divorcing, or you've already finished your divorce. And we kind of want to talk you through some tips on how to successfully do that with small children. And today, I have none other than my TT, my auntie Hollie, here to talk with us through this. This is my over-the-top aunt. We know we all got one over-the-top aunt. This is my over-the-top aunt, and I have her here because she was the only one who I thought about who could even talk to you all about this, okay? So, we're gonna go through this, and I really hope you enjoy it. But before we get started, do not forget to click that subscribe button to the right of your screen, and don't forget to hit your notification bell so you get all your updates about every time I post, okay? Thanks so much, mommies, for watching. Let's get started. Okay, mommy, so the reason why I wanted to do a video to the divorced moms or divorcing moms is just because, like I said before, I want to make sure I'm reaching all audiences, and I want to have content for everybody. So I thought about my aunt because I was younger when she was going through her divorce, but I saw her go through that, and I didn't really understand a lot of what was going on, but I saw her cry a lot of days. I saw her persevere through a lot of days, and now she's just a successful woman that made it through and got her children through that. So I want you all to tune in and just get your notepads out, take down some notes, because she's got some great information for you all, and I really, really hope you enjoy it, okay? So let's get started talking to the divorced moms. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is how you allow yourself to go through it. I know that divorce it can be a tragic time, especially when you got married thinking that you were going to be with this person forever, and it just didn't work out, you know, and we're coming to the point where we're going to cut ties, but now you have these kids that are in the middle of it. So how do you allow yourself to go through it emotionally?
The first thing I would say when you go into a divorce is to allow yourself to know that it's okay for you to go through a divorce. Because I had 2 boys, and Dakota was 2 years old, and Nicholas was getting ready to turn 1. So I had to make a decision. You know, is this going to be a good way for me to have my children in a marriage that wasn't good? So I made a decision to get a divorce. And how I dealt with my emotions was that, you know, I didn't allow my children to see me hurt or broken. I didn't allow them to see a lot of emotions. I had to push through it every day and deal with my emotions privately. A lot of times I cried in my bathroom. When they went to school, I just cried. So I had to deal with it emotionally. So that's how I dealt with it, being emotional. You know, the kids did not know. I didn't want them to see that at all, because I thought that would make them unstable if they see their mom hurt and just upset. So I did not let them see it. Even though they were small, they still can feel and understand that mommy's not right.
So who did you confide in? Did you have somebody that you talked to? Did you see a counselor? How did you get through that?
Yes, that was a rough time in my life. I had great sisters. I had a great sisters. Even one of my sisters had already been through a divorce, so that really did help me out. I had a spiritual sister. My sister, Inger, she helped me out. I had close friends. I got 5 close friends, and they helped me get through that, because it was the hardest time of my life. Is going through a divorce. To break a family apart, that is hard. And then to you have 2 sons that is used to having their father there. It's very hard. Divorce is not easy. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. It's the hardest thing you can go through.
So now we're going to talk about how you explain that to your kids. I'm sure that has to. I can't even imagine that conversation. So how would you advise them to explain it to the kids?
What I did was I explained it to my children. Was I had a family meeting, and at the time I had my daughter and I had my 2 sons. So I explained to them that Daddy was no longer going to be with us, that we decided that we're going to get a divorce, because they were pretty small. She was 7, so she understood. So I just sat them down at the table, and I just explained to them that Daddy was no longer going to be here, but he loved them, I loved them, and that they still going to see him every weekend. So they got to see him every weekend. At that time, when we was going to divorce, the kids got to see them every weekend. So that's how we did it. I just sat them down, and I spent a lot of time with them. And he did as well. So that's how we explained to them that we were no longer we're still going to be a family, but he wasn't going to be living in a home anymore. my first tip I definitely want to say is to make sure that you sit your children down and you talk to them. Let it be from you, from the parents, not from family members or friends. It has to come that we're going to get a divorce. It needs to be the parent to talk to the children. Also, never be negative of any sort. When the kids are away or the kids is at home, always talk positive and very nice concerning that co-parent. Never be negative about, and never even put kids into the situation of why you're getting divorced. Just let them know that mommy and daddy is no longer going to be together, but it's not to be, oh, your daddy this, your mama that. That's not good. I would not recommend that at all. I said just bring your kids together and let them see you go through this divorce, each other within peace and harmony.
Amen.
The next thing I want to talk about is being fair to the co-parent. I've seen so many divorced moms and fathers when it was time for the kids to go with them on the weekends that they will hold the kids. Don't do that. Be fair and make sure that co-parent see that child, especially if you have the children every day during the week and it's time for the kids to go see their co-parent on that weekend. Be fair. Always be fair. And it's holidays, Christmas time, always be fair and make sure that their kids see that parent because it's about the kids.
Yes.
It's not about you.
Yes.
It really is not. It's not about you.
Yes.
So please always make sure that you are very fair. And I promise you, if you're fair, God will bless you.
Amen.
I'm a witness. Even when it's ugly, because remember, a divorce is not a happy time.
No.
So sometimes the co-parent could be very ugly, and sometimes that does happen. But in spite of him or her being ugly, always make sure we keep it about the kids.
Yes.
Make sure those kids see their co-parent. Always make sure you do that.
Always.
Now let's talk about having a successful co-parent. One of the ways that we were successful was that the fact that we communicated a lot. Even when we did not want to communicate, I had to communicate with my ex-husband, and he had to communicate with me. We didn't do a lot of talking on the phone because it was still kind of heated because we were going through a divorce. So it's not like we're sitting around talking and want some coffee. We didn't want to do that.
No.
So what we did was we text. We did a lot of texting, and also we did the texting to keep for the court. So when he would say did come pick up the kids, or he could say I did not allow the children to go with him, I had my text to cover me. But to be successful, I say communicate. Communicate is very good. Even like I said, when it's bad and when it's rough and you don't agree with each other, always communicate. Make sure that the co-parent knows what's going on, even with the kids in school. If the kids are sick, when my son was sick, I had to call my ex-husband. He had to come up to the hospital. He knew everything that was going on, even though he wasn't in the home. He still knew what was going on. So I say that caused us to be very successful in being co-parents. The next thing I would like to talk about is taking care of you when you're going through a divorce.
Yes.
Because sometimes when you're going through a divorce, you're so caught up in the divorce and taking care of your children, you don't take care of you. And it's very important to take care of you moms. Any moms, I'm telling you, take care of you. Even though I was going through divorce, I wasn't feeling myself. I wasn't happy. I was sad. I was depressed. I still wouldn't got my nails did. I still got my eyelashes on. I still wouldn't got, massages.
Yes.
Oh, I really needed those.
Yes.
So I just say take care of you. I still kept myself eating properly. I advise to get plenty of rest.
Yes.
Because that is very important when you're going through a divorce and you are having these children. Get plenty of rest. Drink plenty of water. Because I wanted to keep my skin, because once you're going through stress, it can affect your skin.
Yes.
So drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, and take care of you.
Yes. What about just going shopping and getting your hair
Lord,
did?
I did that too. Now that's another way. That child support.
Yeah.
I was able to shop.
Yes.
And I enjoyed myself. Yes, I did.
Yes.
So that is definitely another way is shopping. That's real. And going out with friends.
Yes.
It's always good to go out with friends. I love girlfriends, and it's good to go out with friends. Last thing is show your children a lot of love.
Yes.
They're going to need it because both of the parents are no longer together, so they're going to need it. So show them a lot of love. Spend a lot of time with them. We did movies. Sometimes I was going through, we didn't have no money. I would just take the car and just drive around the street real fast and make it feel like it was a roller coaster. That's, so just spend time with your children. And give them a lot of love when you're going through a divorce.
So just for my own personal question, I just had, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and she was a stay-at-home mom as well, which is why I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, because I saw her do that. But I can't imagine getting a divorce and then having to go back into the workforce after being at home with your kids, just getting adjusted to that life. What kind of tips would you give them on getting back into the workforce after being a stay-at-home mom?
Well, one tip I would say, get back out there because you're going to be broke. No, I'm joking.
You're going to need pampers.
Okay? You're going to need wipes and you're going to need food. So I say get back out there and get you a job. I did a part-time job. I did not do full-time. I wouldn't recommend doing full-time with small children or even any children. I still do a part-time job now. And my kids are 17, 16, and 10 and 11. So I still do part-time. But get back out there. What was we saying?
Huh?
Oh, God. Get back out there. It will be an adjustment because you used to staying at home with your children all day long, being with them, making sure they're protected. Now you got to go back out there in that work world. And it's okay. Like I said, I'm part-time, so I only work 6 hours a day. And it's actually a good thing. It's able to bring in some revenue, some money in, so I can take care of them. And they still had the things that other kids had, even though I was a divorced mom. So I do recommend set your schedule. I had someone come to my house to keep my kids for 5 hours a day, somebody who I trust, who I knew, and she worked for me for 4 years. So I say it is very important to get back out there. It is definitely important.
So last thing I just told her, my aunt is just a phenomenal woman. We had a blast. If y'all even saw how many times we cut. We had a blast filming this, but she's an awesome woman, and she got through that, y'all. It's so much to her story. She lost her house. It's just a lot that she went through. There were many days when she cried, and like I said, I was very young during that time, so I would see her crying, I would see her struggling, but she was a hustler, hustled through those times, and that's where I get it from. That's where I get it from. Y'all see, I'm YouTubing now. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm YouTubing to try to make sure that I can bring in some other income in my house, and that's where I get it from. It's from my TT Hollie. So I just thank you for coming. Thank you.
Sweet.
Okay, mommies, that's all we've got for you today. I have to thank my auntie Hollie for coming and talking to us, to the divorced moms, to the divorcing moms, to moms who have already divorced. All of y'all, we just wanted you all to get some tips, and we hope that it was informational and that you enjoyed it. Now, like I always say, if we missed something, if there's some other tips that you may have, leave them in the comment section down below, okay? Because like I said, all information is good information. Your experience, her experience, my experience, it's all great information. So leave it in the description box below, okay? Thank you all so much for watching. But before we go, do not forget to click that subscribe button. That's going to be to the right of your screen. And don't forget to get your update about every time I post. Okay? Thanks so much, mommies. And always remember that your children appreciate you for everything that you do. Everything that you do. And a woman who fears the Lord, her children will rise up and call her blessed.